climate change is creating a flood risk for coastal and river communities. Why aren't we more concerned? Why aren't we taking action?
Hey, you copy?
Yeah.
For Steve Mello, the threat of climate change seems very far away.
How's progress? You get the digger fixed yet or no?
I'm just about done with
Steve lives in the San Francisco Bay Delta, a maze of waterways and marshes that encircle islands of land.
This is Tyler Island. It is comprised of 8,500 acres of cropland, grapes, cherries, pears,
The Mello
alfalfa,
family has been farming
asparagus,
Tyler Island for 3
potatoes,
generations,
corn.
setting deep roots in this community.
We're looking at corn, and more corn.
But sea level rise from the bay and snowpack melt from the mountains, both due to climate change, threaten to topple the levees that protect Steve's land from the waters that encircle it.
The likelihood of Tyler Island and Staten Island and Brannan Island and all those islands in that area, the probability of failure is steadily going up every year.
The people that are saying the sky is falling, I don't worry about what they say because we can handle most anything nature can throw at us.
The scientific community agrees with Jeff Mount, but Steve thinks they don't value the Delta the way he does.
Oh, yoo-hoo. This is Ann, my better half.
Meet you.
I'm going to wash up and I'll start making you some sandwiches. What do you got?
Turkey and roast beef.
It's not that the Mellos don't know about the threat to their levees. The flood of 1986 almost ended farming on Tyler Island altogether.
Way back at that time, we had a Motorola radio system, and I heard that we lost it. The island's gone. My house was not visible. The water was over the top of it. And it wiped out the most of the lower-lying buildings.
So there's our bathroom wall at another yard. And people at work kept asking me, you went back there? Yeah. You have to just go on.
But Jeff Mount says that climate change is different. Next time, there won't be a chance to go on. The threat to Tyler Island's levees and Steve Mello's way of life will only get worse.
Increasing winter floods and rising sea level are increasing the risk. And we think we can actually see that in the record now.
Sea level rise is not going to happen all at once. It's going to happen incrementally. And there is plenty of time to go ahead and continue to buttress the levees.
We did all this risk analysis, and in the end we stepped back and we said, if we go on with business as usual, a little Band-Aid here, raise a little levee here, within 50 years, at least half of these islands will have failed.
Steve doesn't have time to argue about how to protect his property. He's got a digger to fix.
What happened is a frame broke on this dirt box on the digger, and it looks like you've got it fairly well gusseted up.
I gotta get inside of there.
Okay, here's the helmet. Here's the stick. You want me to turn it on? Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Steve is working with his oldest son, Gary, his pride and joy.
Getting out of high school, I said, you stay here for 5 years. 5 years, he starts getting shares in Mello Farms, Inc. And he will shortly be owning part of the company. You went through that hole?
Yeah. I told you, I used to go through, 14-inch
I
pipes?
used to go through a hole like that, too. My hips have gotten quite a bit wider since then.
This is a typical day in Steve's life. Lunch with his wife and work with his son. That's how his father lived, and his grandfather before him.
My father literally worked a lifetime to create a legacy, to pass on to their offspring and future generations. And I am trying to build upon and pass the legacy down to my son.
And I completely understand why people love living down there. I get it. I completely get it. But if we're going to go in and fix every one of these, we're looking at billions of dollars over time.
The battle of farming is staying in business, right? Staying in business, making money, raising your family, moving forward. What I'm doing is protecting the ranch.
Like many of us, it's hard for Steve to imagine a future under climate change. So despite the warnings from the scientist, the farmer plans to stay. Come hell or high water,